We're gonna be making Hamburger Helper from scratch because let me tell you, it's gotten way expensive and the amount of noodles they put in the box has just gotten smaller and smaller. So this is what I found on the store shelf. These Barilla Red Lentil Rotini. These are gluten-free. If you see on the box down at the very bottom, it says processed on a dedicated gluten-free line. So we're gonna use that. We have our Great Value Velveeta ripoff. We have our Butterball tube meat. I know, sounds appealing, right? And this here is from Penzeys Spices, Arizona Dreaming. And the reason that I grabbed this one out of my spice cupboard is because even though it has onion in it, which I'm not a fan of, one of the top ingredients is garlic and paprika, and paprika is key to making cheeseburger macaroni Hamburger Helper. So until Hamburger Helper starts running those 10 for $10 back when they were, or like back when we were like in 1990, I'm gonna be doing this. I make my own Hamburger Helper now, and you would only get half the amount of noodles, and the noodles are key. So let's get started. So I'm gonna use my Instapot. If you don't have an Instapot, you can still make this like the old skillet way, okay? It's just gonna take longer. I bought an Instapot and love it. I know that they no longer make them. Oops. Just scrape this out. Perfect. So yeah, my sister and I used to stand in the Hamburger Helper aisle because their mom would be like, okay, I've got a coupon, 10 for 10. Pick out what 10 flavors you want. And we would take like 15 minutes picking out the different flavors of Hamburger Helper we wanted. And it was the best thing in the world because we both loved Hamburger Helper. And now it's insane. It's like $4 a box. The tube meat is like $4. So that's $8. And there's hardly any pasta in it. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I've got this nice and cut up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put a generous amount of that in there. I don't even really find it that necessary to stir in an Instapot. It just kind of boils up. So for the cheese, I haven't bought any of this stuff for a very long time. I was gonna buy the small squares, but then like I saw that Great Value has their own, and it's like $5.47 for a giant one. And it's just like, I might make more of this if it's good. Ooh, let's put this on a plate. I already tell it's not going to come out easy. It's going to be one of those things where you just have to hunk out. So as far as how much cheese, so the cheese packets that come in the box are like that big. So I'm gonna do something like, and I guarantee you it's the same consistency once you add some liquid to it. So there's like a chunk. I might do 3 of those chunks because this isn't in liquid form, it's more of a solid form. Yeah. If I could get this out. Perfect. It's like very rubbery. Set this aside. I wouldn't mind snacking on that. So with this, you're gonna need some moisture in your pan. We're gonna do one and a half cups of water and then a half a cup of milk. This is what I use for milk. Chobani. This is oat milk. Okay, so there's 1 cup of water. There's 2. Okay, so we have 2 full cups of liquid. And because we did a smidge more, obviously, pasta than normal, I'm gonna do like half a cup more of water because we definitely don't want our noodles drying out, and also we need to make our cheese more liquidy, and that we'll do that in the Instapot. Pour it in. Nice, gorgeous red lentil rotini. Okay, this is interesting, guys. I don't know if you guys want to pause to read this, but the nutrition facts of this are kind of decent. I know I don't really look too much about like the sugar. Well, sometimes I do look about the sugar. So total sugars, 1 gram. But like, look, which I'm sure this is probably fortified. You've got some magnesium, you've got some zinc, potassium, iron, calcium, no vitamin D. So that's a ripoff. If we really wanted to soup this up, we could put some mushrooms in it. Just give it one last stir. And it smells very spicy and flavorful. Guess we could have gone hog wild and added 2 tubes of meat and 2 boxes of pasta. But we're not gonna do that. So in she goes into the pot, and we'll see you in about 13 minutes. All right, she is done. Whoa. Okay, stir this up a little bit. Our cheese just like disappeared apparently, or maybe because it's just like hard to see. The noodles are red, you know, the lentil noodles. So it definitely smells good. It looks good. I would say that the moisture content is pretty appropriate, I think. Let's try it. Okay, I love Hamburger Helper, and it's really hot, so this makes me a little nervous. It is lacking on flavor, but I'm on the right path. I will say this, I guarantee you this is much healthier than a regular box of Hamburger Helper, even though we put in, you know, like those huge gobs of cheese. And really that's probably all that it would take, me just adding more cheese to this. I don't think I'm going to though, because I know that's kind of like a heart attack in a box. We're just gonna keep it to this. I've never had these red lentil noodles before. They're pretty good. They do kind of have, you know, like if you were to take a bean and smash it, and you'd have like that gritty sort of feeling. I think you do pick up on hints of that, but as far as like an alternative noodle, they're good. I've had corn noodles, I love corn noodles, I love rice noodles. I would give this a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. And it will improve.